Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So I've been thinking about this video for the last couple of weeks and when really to release it to you. The time needed to be right really, and I think that time is now. This is some really big news that I'm going to share with you today. Big news for me anyway, and I think it's pretty exciting. Let's just get to it. Right, so where do I begin with this one? Okay, so I've been participating in triathlon for around 7-8 years, maybe a little bit longer. In that time, I think I've progressed, fairly well. I've learned a lot doing things myself. I've spent a considerable amount of money on this sport. I've always said that, it's a sport I love because it allows me to stay, I suppose, fit, not just physically, but also mentally. Now, I've always tried to give a little bit back within this sport by helping other people, particularly people around me that I know who've got into some triathlon, and also sharing my experience and my thoughts through my blogs and vlogs on this channel. And that was part of the reason why I started up this channel, was to try and reach a bigger audience and help people out there, really. Now, I released a video, I think it was probably a year ago now, probably back in January or so, so not quite a year, but we're nearly there, and I'll link to it in the top, somewhere up there anyway, where I talked about my reasons for self-coaching and why I had gone down that particular route. Well, the last few months I've been reconsidering that, and if you're wondering why, well, I'll try and explain my reasons. So in that video I talked through my understanding of training, some of the ways I went about organising myself, and why I went down that particular route. It's been fairly successful and I've improved year on year. This year was another test for that, and although there were some decent results, I had a 4th and a 10th in my age group, a new 70.3 PB. The results weren't quite where I wanted them to be, or I'd hoped them to be, particularly at the 70.3 distance. So what does that all mean? You may be wondering, and you probably can guess. Well, everyone, the news is that this year I am going to be coached. Yes, I've taken the plunge and decided that the time is right, and for me to do this, it's time to take take a step back myself and get someone else to do the thinking around it for me, really, and someone else to plan the sessions and manage me. There's also that added, I suppose, accountability, and I need to see what this does for me. You only learn and improve from others, and I think it's the time's right for me to take this step. So the next question that I'm probably anticipating from you, which you're probably thinking, is who is going to be coaching me? Well, I spent some time, a good few weeks actually, speaking to a few people. It's funny because I was speaking to these people, I don't actually know them in person, I know them online. And really I was trying to get some pointers as to who to go, and one guy recommended a few people to me, and I did a little research around them. Decided to join up with Total Tri Training. I don't know if you know them, you may have seen them. They're growing, particularly big in the north of England, and are starting to branch out down south. I'm actually joining up and being coached by Phil Ellison. So I arranged a chat with Phil over the phone, and we spent, I think, just under an hour or so chatting through some of the training principles and the way he goes about approaching it, and I quite liked that, and it appealed to me. So I know that Phil has also got a background in sports physio, what with my recent injuries and that, and I wanted that taken into account. So I'm putting my faith and my trust in someone else this year, or for the next season, and we will see. We'll see where it brings me, and what it does for me over the next year. The other thing that attracted me to Total Tri Training was the community offers from the team as well. Phil, I know, coaches around 30 or so athletes, and there is a range of online coaching sessions in Zwift, which are pretty, all live. You get access to all the coaches as well that talk through your ear, talk through Discord, I think they use, and there's they're sharing all the Zoom stuff, different sessions, different workshops. It's been really impressed so far. So it's that access to the wider groups, I suppose, through Facebook and WhatsApp and those kind of things. And one thing I've always struggled with, particularly where I live, is access to groups and other triathletes. And the guys and girls that I know that do triathlon or have done them, and this is no disrespect to them, but I think it's fair to say that they're probably not as serious about it as I am. And I have goals and things that I want to still achieve in the sport, and I don't really know whether they're possible yet, and I need to have a good stab at them. And I feel I'm running out of time a little bit, and this is the time now I need to have a real good stab at this. I do think that I've taken myself as far as I can go, and it's really time for someone else to look at it and for me to learn. If I'm going to learn any more in this sport, I'm going to need to learn from someone else who, is a certified coach in God knows what, Ironman, British triathlon, and he's got a wealth of experience and knows a hell of a lot more than I do. So there you go, guys and girls, that is my news. Pretty big news for me. I'm sorry if it's disappointed you and you were expecting something different. But one of the things I've always said about coaching is the worry of finding someone that you can relate to, someone that you can put your trust in. So this year will be a test for that, for me. And I've got to believe in the process and trust the work. Because if I don't do that, then there is no point to it. So that's my video this week, guys. A very short one, just to share with you that news. I will do some videos on the new process as I go into it. It starts the week after next, so this goes out probably Sunday or Monday. I've got another week, and then my training with Phil will begin. So yeah. That's it. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. Drop them in the comments box below. It'd be really good to catch up and hear what you think. I'll see you very soon.